News report from earlier today, New York Post here reporting, neighbor wanted, let's see if I can expand this a bit. Neighbor wanted for hallway killings of New York City dad and stepson fatally shot by police. Police shot and killed the suspect in the shocking execution-style killings of a father and stepson when he charged them with a knife during a traffic stop in Brooklyn early Wednesday. Jason Pass, 47, was in a car on Bay 44th Street when police got a hit on his license plate and conducted a traffic stop, at which point the situation took a violent turn. He charged them with a knife, a police source told the Post, calling it suicide. Pass was rushed to the hospital in critical condition and later succumbed to his injuries after being hit 4 times, including 3 shots to the chest. They don't tell us how many shots were fired, folks, but if he was hit 4 times, I'm guessing about 40 rounds fired. He didn't give us a choice, police said of Pass, racing full sprint at officers with a 6-inch knife. The former corrections officer was identified by law enforcement yesterday as the suspect in the cold-blooded killings of 47-year-old school bus driver Vladimir Mathurin and his 27-year-old stepson Chinwai Mode. Those would be the 2 men killed in the hallway in the video that we'll watch in a moment. The ghastly double homicide occurred at Brooklyn's Flatbush Gardens. Sounds pleasant, huh? Flatbush Gardens apartment complex Sunday night and was caught on surveillance video. And the news story has a couple clips here, screen captures from the video that we'll be watching. Here's one of the victims in the white T-shirt, and here's the shooter, Jason Pass, on the left. You'll note that the man in the white T-shirt, Mathurin, has a pair of scissors in his hand. He's kind of strangely holding them by the blade, but he's got a pair of scissors. He's holding them up to the face of Jason Pass here, clearly threatening conduct that would qualify as deadly force conduct, an edged weapon up towards someone's face in an aggressive manner. And here we have a screen capture of the first shot fired by Jason Pass at Mathurin into Mathurin's back as Mathurin is walking away, which is a little awkward for a claim of self-defense. It also appears that Jason Pass's gun had a green laser for targeting purposes mounted on it. I believe that's the green on Mathurin's shirt. Here we have the gunshot into Mathurin's stepson, also fatally killed, rather bloodily killed in this encounter. The news report continues. The shooting in the hallway of a well-known housing complex where stars Barbra Streisand and Michael K. Williams grew up was sparked by an argument over noise complaint amongst neighbors. You'd be shocked at how many of the use of force cases I consult on, folks, involve neighbor disputes, property line disputes, noise disputes, things along those lines. Very common. That they escalate to deadly force scenarios, unfortunately. People get upset. The distressing footage obtained by the Post showed the shooter dressed in dark clothing, angrily confronting his upstairs neighbors over noise before 10:30 p.m. Sunday. The video has no audio, so it's unknown what exactly was said during the exchange. Let's see. The feud escalated when Mathurin charged out of his apartment brandishing a pair of scissors and faced off against his neighbor, Jason Pass, in the hallway. In the video, the suspect pulls out a handgun. Mathurin spots the gun but waves it off. He turns around and begins walking toward his 4th-floor apartment, at which point the neighbor takes aim, fires several shots, and strikes Mathurin, who falls to the floor. Mathurin's stepson, Mode, who was also in the highway, tries to get away from the gunman, but the neighbor fires multiple shots at him, including at least twice after he's collapsed in a pool of his own blood. The suspect then returns to the still-alive Mathurin and shoots him execution-style on his doorstep as the victim is struggling to rise before calmly taking the elevator down to the lobby and fleeing. And they have a bunch of stuff from family members, which for our purpose, I mean, of course, they've suffered a horrible tragedy, but for our legal analysis purposes is not relevant. Let's see. NYPD Chief of Detectives confirmed that there were 6 previous 311 calls complaining of people walking upstairs placed from the suspect's apartment. And that's the news report. So those are the essential facts, known facts around the case.